Julius Randle is the most improved player of 2021, Mario. I like how this award was introduced to him. His son Kaiden surprised him at the Knicks practice on Tuesday with the award, and he received 98 first place votes out of a possible 100. So that's a pretty big one. He basically won almost unanimously, Mario. And I have a quote from Julius Randle himself. It says, and I quote, I just want to say thank you to everybody involved. I mean, it truly was a team thing. Everybody in the Knicks organization, top to bottom. I can't thank everybody enough. All my teammates, everybody, they trust me and empower me. I just want to thank them for allowing me to lead them. And then my family, my wife, my son, everybody has played a part in helping me continue to become the best version of me on and off the court. In his season stats, Mario, he was really good. Some people argue that he could have been an MVP this year. He had a career high 24.1 points, 10.2 rebounds, 6 assists. He had a 3-point percentage of 41.1% and free throw percentage with 81.1%. All of them are career highs, Mario. So congratulations to Julius Randle. He did a really good job in New York. Overall, the New York Knicks did an absolutely amazing job. But I just love to see Julius Randle doing good. A lot of people would. A few years ago, you'd be like, "Oh, Julius Randle winning most improved player or being considered an MVP candidate." 3 years ago, a lot of people would laugh at me because it's Julius Randle, But now he's actually proven himself to be one of the more dangerous players in the league. And if he continues to do this, Mario, the New York Knicks are going to be a threat. And if the New York Knicks continue to do what they do in general. So with that being said, congratulations to Julius Randle. He's done an absolutely amazing job. I love watching that guy play because he's a very, very entertaining player, Mario. He's absolutely entertaining to watch, and I can't wait to see more of him in the playoffs and more of him next season, unless if it's against the Celtics, of course. But with that being said, best of luck to Julius Randle and the New York Knicks, and we'll see what happens, Mario.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, congratulations to Julius Randle. I don't know if you said it, but the source for this article is Andrew Lopez, ESPN. But moving on and carrying on with this conversation. So far there have been announced 2 awards since we started recording as of now. Okay, it was Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. You know what I find very interesting about those 2, Nate?
Both play on the Lakers.
Right, and who was on that team with them?
Kobe, right?
Kobe Bryant, exactly. It shows you how big of an impact Kobe Bryant had on a lot of young players in the game. And all they really needed was their own situations to evolve as players. Looking at Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson, back when they were with the Lakers, they were kind of like role players. They would do anything they can to help their team out, but they weren't considered stars like they are now. They weren't considered that. Clarkson ends up going to the Cavs. He did okay, but then when he went to the Jazz, you could really start to see Jordan Clarkson's game evolve from there. Julius Randle, he went from the Lakers to the Pelicans, I believe. And he was decent in the Pelicans, but he wasn't that star. Why? Because Anthony Davis was there. Then when he left the Pelicans and he ended up getting that max contract in New York, a lot of people were looking at us like you had a chance to get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, which granted, it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. But they just looked at Julius Randle and they basically laughed at what they did, thinking that Julius Randle was not going to be a big contributor to the New York Knicks. They knew he was a decent player, but they didn't think he was going to be a star. Well, guess what? 2 years later, look at him now. It's as simple as that. I mean, again, I could say the Knicks, they still made a mistake not getting Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant because it's Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. But regardless, them giving that max contract to Julius Randle, I'm going to be real with you. He absolutely deserves it. No doubt about it. Julius Randle absolutely deserved that max contract, and he proved it this year. Now, continuing on with this conversation. See, I predicted that Julius Randle was going to win the award, but when we talked about this award, Nate, I said the most improved player should be the most improved player. Obviously, if we're talking about the 3 players, Julius Randle, Jerami Grant, and Michael Porter Jr., obviously Julius Randle was the better of those 3. However, when we're talking about most improved, when you look at Michael Porter Jr. and Jerami Grant, they improved, I felt like, within a year more than what Julius Randle did. And I spoke about that in our video. I spoke about it. But regardless, Julius Randle, he was very impactful for his team. Again, the only all-star in the Knicks, basically the star in the Knicks. He helped them reach, I believe, the 4th seed or the 3rd seed. I believe it's 4th.
There is a 4th seed.
4th seed, right? So the Knicks made it to the playoffs in the first time, and who knows how long? It seems like forever, but I think the last time they made it to the playoffs was 2012 or something. So when you're ready to look at it, Nate, Julius Randle really did a great job this year. And I'm going to be honest, I expect him to do a better job next year. It's as simple as that. The most improved player award, I feel like, is one of the most important awards you can get as a player, because most of the time, those most improved player awards, the next year they end up turning into a different beast. We're looking at like Victor Oladipo when he's healthy. He's a straight dog. We're looking at Jimmy Butler. You want to talk about dogs? That's the king of dogs right there, Jimmy Butler. He won most improved. We're looking at Brandon Ingram. Look at Brandon Ingram from last year compared to this year. You look at these guys, and when they win the most improved player of the year award, they end up just getting better the next year. It's as simple as that. And that's what I expect from Julius Randle. But you know what? Again, with that being said, congratulations to Julius Randle on becoming the 2021 Most Improved Player of the Year. I wish him and the New York Knicks the best of luck. They're down 1-0, I believe, to the Atlanta Hawks.
Correct.
So they obviously got some work to do right there. But regardless, I wish Julius Randle and the New York Knicks the best of luck. And again, congratulations on the award.